I told you all I was gonna do it one day, or I thought I was gonna trade it off with somebody and try and find a way to skirt around it, but I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, do that old Hedgehog engine proud.
The original, not the new one. And this was their second attempt with the Havoc engine, and I still would say, after what had happened before, this definitely stepped up the bar for Sonic.
Oh, without a doubt. Sonic Unleashed, way back when, really... Like, this was like the most effort that Sega tried to put into a Sonic game for the up till that point. And, like, even today, it really does go to show how far, like, this is probably the most... if anything, this had to have been the most expensive Sonic game in the entire franchise, just for how much it goes all out with, like with the intro.
It's kind
because unlike with I guess most other Sonic games then and now, they went to an actual like movie animation studio to produce these very big like pre-rendered cutscenes.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's like completely unrelated to them, because the studios they had for their CG beforehand were still pretty high caliber, but this is definitely a step above those.
No, they treated this entire thing like, this could very well have been a trailer for a Sonic movie before we got the actual Sonic movie.
I mean, I'd watch this if it was a movie.
Me too.
Also, oh gosh, we're under attack. Somehow we've kind of accidentally skipped to the end of the Sonic game. We're already up to the grand final, like, Colossus.
So it's Odyssey before Odyssey in that regard.
Something like that.
Honestly, there's a lot of parallels to this in Odyssey now that I think about it.
Watching this intro, it's like, you could tell, like, this was pretty much Sega going all, oh yeah, we know what we're doing. This is Sonic, and this is the Sonic that you all know and love, and, well, accept those substitutions, baby.
Yep.
The cynical part of my brain also sees Sega. This is like the Daffy Duck. They're holding up a sign saying, "We're sorry for 606."
Yeah.
We're very sorry.
And meanwhile, you just have like the current Twitter bird going, "Don't apologize for 06. It's an underappreciated masterpiece."
It's not that. Oh jeez.
Oh.
But I will still say that even as much as I love Generations, I very much enjoyed that game. I will stand by. I think this is the best looking. I think this is one of the best looking Boost games.
It's literally the best.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I just go so far to say it's the best looking Sonic game. Period.
This is also one of the last games to really treat Super Sonic like an actual plot device.
Oh yeah, you're
For better
right.
or worse.
Jeez,
Oh,
way to go,
this
Super
is so
Sonic.
cinematic.
Absolutely, and yeah, turns out Super Sonic plus Space Fleet equals 0 after a while. Just give it a little bit.
I mean, more I think about it, I know a while back, Studio Trigger released the Shantae 5 teaser trailer for their Promare movie. You would think that maybe Sega would take the chance to do that for Sonic Unleashed at one point, like, way back when. Because, again, this would be perfect in a movie theater.
Oh yeah.
Now, the question is, what would you pair it up with? But it is what it is.
Well, this is new. Showing remorse.
Oh, yeah,
Hey, Jason.
by the way, this was before the voice actor change.
Yeah, I think this is like the
that's
second.
right.
I think this was like the second to last game that Jason did before he got replaced with Roger.
Which is a shame,
Yeah,
'cause,
you're
like,
right. I remember now. This
like-
was the second to last game.
which is a shame, because by this point, like, the dude pretty much nailed Sonic.
Yeah. Like, he's really improved over time.
Also, wow, Eggman actually devised a technology to rip the Chaos Emeralds out of Super Sonic.
Yeah, but at what cost?
And no skin off his bone. I almost said nose and bone and back at the same time, so it just kind of came over the bone.
Well,
Anyway.
he has plenty of skin on that nose.
Yep.
And, Eggman finally gets to do what he's been wanting to do for all these years. Harness the power of the emeralds to... Wait a minute. What is he doing?
What is he doing?
I don't know, but it seems like we're just like one generation of a game away from... He should have just been on the Space Colony Arc doing this. God, I can see the wrinkles
that a
on his
pun?
eyebrow.
Who knows?
One generation
Maybe.
away. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Of consoles, they call them
Yeah,
generations.
I know, I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
But apparently,
Oh my gosh.
Eggman, whether intentional or unintentional, pretty much unleashed something beneath the core of the planet. However,
Ba-dum-bum.
Whatever. Anyway, but in addition to this monster getting out, apparently using the Chaos Emeralds in this is giving a bit of a side effect to Sonic, which is, you know, we talk about a lot of how, like, oh, this is, like, such a high-caliber Sonic game. When it was initially released, it was also kind of divisive for a lot of fans. And this furry bugger you're about to see why is exactly why it was divisive.
Meet the Werehog.
Hey!
I can say, the other thing I've learned, Hype, is that now looking back in the plot, it's not just because Eggman used the power of the Chaos Emeralds that Sonic became this. We'll learn more about what caused him to become this, but yeah. This is this game's big gimmick.
Yep.
For better or worse.
I mean, is it really wrong for me to say that I kind of liked the Werehog?
I thought it was harmless.
It's a neat twist. I just wish the gameplay was a little more like Sonic-y with it, but
Well, that's kind
Yeah.
of... I was about to say, that's honestly, I guess just to get that out of the way, that's kind of like the mindset I have with the Werehog, where it's like, I do think that, inherently it's kind of a stupid idea. Its execution actually wasn't as bad as I was fearing it was.
and yeah, having used up all the Chaos Emeralds, he just dumps them in Sonic like the rocks and trash they are.
I think what I find the most jarring is the fact that, yeah, he literally sapped all the power out of the Chaos Emeralds. Fuck.
But
Yeah.
But don't worry. Anybody who's seen our Sonic Heroes and Sonic Adventure 2 knows that a fall to the planet from atmosphere level is no skin off of a hedgehog's back, apparently.
And apparently that thing that he unleashed from the core, it's not fully evolved yet. Now it's just spreading into ether, spreading all across the world.
All across the broken
when
world,
you
mind
say it-
you. Look
when
at
you say it
that.
like-
Oh yeah.
When you say it like that, that looks excruciatingly painful.
Yeah.
Poor little demonic hellspawn, and oh. Alright, so say goodbye to the movie cutscenes. We're not going to see that kind of level of quality for a long time. For now, this is not too bad either, but
Ooh, this
Hey.
looks good.
we're okay.
Whoa!
Ah,
Well,
no!
what was that? What was that actually? Like, did they ever explain what that thing was that sort of stopped
Yes.
him a bit before he fell down?
No, yeah, they will.
Ow.
Now you just
But
gotta
for
get your
now,
head
our
out of
face
there.
stopped our fall.
This isn't nothing new for me.
But yeah, they will cover that.
Also, is it just me, or is the game moving a bit smoother than I'd expected?
Oh.
Hey,
Yeah, we'll
little
get to that in a
guy.
little bit once we get to gameplay.
Speaking of smooth little fuzzballs,
I can't eat another bite.
Hey,
Wake
pull
up.
yourself together.
come on, wake up, you cute little chihuahua thingy.
Huh?
Hi
Nice
there.
Yo!
Oh no, he's scared.
Don't eat me. I taste bad.
You okay? Nothing broken?
I mean, if there's one thing
Yeah,
I will
come-
definitely say about the Werehog, I do appreciate they don't go the whole,
I'm just fine.
you know, the whole trope of him being uncontrollable. Like, it's still Sonic at the end of the day.
Monster?
Right,
Oh,
he
yeah.
can still speak pretty good English. It's
Looks like things have gotten pretty.
and again, I will give credit to the fact that Jason did
Yeah,
you
look
know,
at those
I
teeth
like it when a
and
voice
those
actor goes the extra mile
claws.
trying to set because I've seen it where it's like, oh, this guy is a different form, get a brand new voice actor.
Yeah, no, I
Jason's
like
doing
that
it.
it's still his voice. But personally speaking, I kind of felt like
What is my name?
It felt
I'm not
forced.
sure if I like this approach to his voice, honestly.
Can't remember.
I mean, yeah, even I felt back then, like, the whole gravelly aspect he tried to pull off did feel a little, you know, it didn't feel all that natural.
Well, I just mean, like, in terms of, I felt like if he's gonna use that gravel, maybe he could sound just a tiny bit deeper.
I guess.
Sorry about that, I had to
break.
help with the dogs.
It's
No
okay.
worries, no worries. We just had Sonic breaking the fourth wall, nothing new.
From here. What'll I?
Speaking of dogs, here's this little guy.
Don't worry.
Sheesh, you weird little Nightopian wannabe. We'll help you.
Little chihuahua.
Absolutely.
Honestly,
Little chihuahua.
honestly, this little thing wouldn't be out of place in a Knight's game.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely would.
Mr. Monster Guy. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
Yeah.
And fortunately for the divisive crowd, this werehog thing isn't even a permanent thing.
Oh no, because, you know, much like the typical werewolf lore, when the sun comes up, that's when you turn back to normal.
And with gloves, apparently.
We regrew our gloves. I don't know why I love the idea of like Sonic like having no gloves and going, I'm naked.
Actually, another thing I noticed is that, like, when he transforms, his shoes pretty much turn to cleats. What exactly is the magic behind that?
The magic of was it Nike? Was it Nike, the brand that they gave him in the Sonic movie? I would love for the next Sonic movie
Nike.
or was it Air Jordan? I don't know. I would love the next Sonic movie to explain away that those shoes, that brand is just a magical brand. Everybody buy this brand. Anyway,
You know, I still hate the fact that they
I'm gonna
kept
look
on
it up.
skirting
Give me a
around
second.
the opportunity of actually selling Sonic's actual shoes.
yeah, the soap brands, the soapbox shoes.
I could have sworn there was someone that actually did distribute those for a while.
They did. There was that's like with Sonic Adventure 2, they partnered up with Soapbox or whatever. so that's
Oh,
why they
okay,
changed.
okay, I see it. They're Puma sneakers.
Puma sneakers.
Oh,
thank you,
Puma.
thank you.
Okay.
In the movie. Okay, I would love to. Nice. Okay, yeah. So also to back up and answer what James was talking about. So I need to come clean about myself and my relationship with this game.
Okay.
Tell me where it hurt, Logan.
I bought and owned it on the Xbox 360 and got fairly far, but as I've already said numerous times, the medallion system and how it progresses in the HD games is... I'm kind of on a love-hate relationship with that. Sonic, show a little more respect with the Chaos Emeralds. Jeez, if you break one, I swear.
Well, to be fair, it's not like there's any power in them right now.
Look at the Chaos Emeralds.
What's
Still.
whatever, anyway.
Is this what
So what else was I going to say?
I'm just gonna get right to the point real quick. I think I brought it up before in like previous Sonic stuff, like very sporadically, but I love this place, just aesthetically.
Oh, Pados?
Oh yeah, it's like
Apple
Greece, right?
Yeah, it's
It
great.
basically is a Sonic Grease.
I like the
Nice.
marble. I like the... Oh, yeah, you'll see that. There's a lot of parallels. Oh, and everyone get used to that because there's no Knuckles. Instead, Knuckles is everyone.
More or
Oh
less.
yeah, you're
And
right.
cherries, chocolate chips on ice cream. You want it? It's yours, my friend.
And, wow,
And you
that's
don't
a
even have to
lot.
pay me in rupees.
Because we don't accept rupees in this economy.
Stop teasing him with the ice cream and just give it to him.
I love
To be fair, I don't know. I kind of like the fact that he really does sell the whole how cool, nice this ice cream looks. And I mean, to be fair,
It does
that is
look
one
nice.
thing that this game does excel at is, well, the food looks good.
Yeah,
That looks
and you
like
know
a
what?
lot.
It's a good thing that they make the food look good because you're gonna see a lot of it in this game.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
you're
like
right.
that's pretty much the core theme of this game. Is well, like the Werehog is just its one thing, but the primary gimmick of the game is that well, your adventure spans all across this
World.
severed world, which still looks still bright and beautiful despite all the catastrophic thing that just happened.
Yeah, there should be like villages torn asunder, lava everywhere. But yeah, also I just personally think the ice cream looks a little bit busy. That was a lot of like confectionaries on it. Anyway,
Okay,
so I owned it on 360, got fairly far. Then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna just roll my sleeves. I don't feel like playing Unleashed, as people have nicknamed it.
Which is the version I grew up with.
Which
Yeah,
is
same.
nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that version. Just something about like the hubs and again like the graphical fidelity and some of the levels. I really wanted to I really wanted to show one of the HD versions. So recently, as I mentioned with the Ratchet and Clank stuff, when I bought a PS3 and started recording stuff, I did buy this game on PS3, the downloadable version, and so on the Xbox 360. The game runs at. By the way, we're also trying to figure out if everyone knows who the heck Chip is.
Spoiler
The Xbox
warnings,
360
nobody knows.
Of course not. On Xbox 360, the game was hard locked to run at 30 frames per second. On the PS3 advertises itself as running at 60 FPS all the time, more or less. So the quick kind of shortcut that Sonic Team took with porting this to PS3 was they unlocked the frame rate, which means that depending on the power of the console, you could push the game to run at 60 frames per second. However, in unlocking, that works both ways. Now that you can make it run faster than 30 frames per second, it means that if something were to happen or if something were to load particularly slowly, the frame rate can go lower than 30 frames per second now.
Yeah, because the system can only handle so much, and that is more than obviously the case for Sonic Unleashed. Because again, this is like this is the most effort put into Sonic game in terms of overall aesthetics, and it really tanked the frame rate as a result. Especially once we get to the jungle level later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say right now, you may see some frame hiccups here and there, but that's also for another reason. After buying on PS3 and realizing, because the issue with the PS3 for me was, it wasn't just in the level, it was happening in the cutscenes, like that one where Sonic falls down and meets Chip for the first time. It was happening there. So, also, welcome to our first true level, Windmill Isle. Or
Windmill Isle.
And basically get a good look at Sonic's like gameplay in this, which is basically, I hope you like Sonic Rush, because this is basically what the gameplay for this is.
I mean,
It was the first 3D boost game.
Literally, and I mean, it was one of those things that, like, it took me a bit to process the fact that they literally just made a 3D Sonic Rush, but afterwards, I was hooked. Like, I really wanted to give this game a go, and well, I mean, I still remember like way back when the game was still being teased, and just. It was such a good time overall, and then you got once the Werehog stuff was implemented, it was like, okay, this is weird, but I'm still looking forward to it anyway.
Sonic designers, do not put collectibles like this. That's
Yeah.
very annoying to have to stop in my tracks right before each section.
If you're gonna do
Thankfully, they
shit
don't
like
do it too
that,
often.
don't make me go straight fast in a linear sort of progression.
Right, because I'm gonna say right now, unless they had a radar, I only knew about that because I saw a video. There was no way to know that staircase was any different than any other staircase. But anyway,
The Wii version doesn't have you mess with that.
Yeah,
kind of
I was
shenanigans.
going to say it's not really hub-like like the PS3 and Xbox 360 version. It's just straightforward.
menus as I know. So yeah, back to why you may see some dipshit or Mr. or whatever. I ended up literally looking into PS3 emulation through an emulator called RPCS3, and upon running it on my computer, I found that the cutscenes actually performed better than on native hardware.
Huh.
I mean, that's pretty amazing to see how far we can go with this stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, what you are seeing is myself, for the most part. There may be a cutscene or two where I like cut in something else, but 99% of this footage you're gonna see is recorded off of my computer via emulation.
Which is
And
fair.
yeah, I'm not gonna dwell too much on that and just say that I am happy to show this off. And now, having played through the entirety of it, I definitely a close second, but Generations is still my favorite.
Oh yeah, no, but between the two, Generations is still the better game. Though
Yeah.
I'll never knock this game for at least trying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, honestly, it's just even now, I just want Sega to try something like this again, except cut out any unnecessary fluff, like again the Werehog stuff. Just pure high octane Sonic gameplay, and with this level of quality, and it's like that's all you need. I'd be sold on it.
You just want a Sonic Mania for 3D, like in terms of like its design, like philosophy of just cut out all the fluff and just get I was repeating what you just said. You know what you want.
Yeah, you get
You
the
want
idea.
You want pure Sonic. You don't
Yeah.
have to muddy it up all the time.
Well, okay, maybe not, I should not say pure Sonic, because by this point Sega was starting to take the whole criticism to heart that Sonic's friends are weighing him down. So from this point onward, they primarily stuck to having their gameplay centered around Sonic, even though they try to skirt around that all the time, most especially here.
No worries. So, and then here's another thing that this game introduces, kind of an RPG element. You can level up your top speed, how much ring energy, which is your boosting mechanic. You'll see more leveling up with the Werehog stages, as it's now starting to become night.
Ooh.
Man,
Again, this looks so nice. I mean, I'll admit that some of the animations haven't aged the best, but I still, the effort's there, and I appreciate it.
again, you have to compare this between this and the game that came right before, which was Sonic 06.
Yeah.
Or if you want to be really pedantic, Secret Rings.
You're right. You know what? You're right.
I mean, they were pretty close together. I'm not going to think too much of that.
Sonic?
Oh no.
Oh no! It's happening again!
It just explodes.
I
No,
feel like myself again.
I feel hairy.
Monster guy is back.
hairier than usual, but who's keeping track?
I would make a retort, but I'm not sure how to make a comeback.
It's okay.
What'll happen if Amy sees me like this?
I just need to be careful.
Actually, more about that later on.
Actually, I just
Yeah.
playing off that. It's like, man, if Amy saw me like that, she'd be scared. You know what? Maybe this isn't such a bad thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Mr. Ice Cream Guy,
you
what's
okay,
wrong?
sir?
He has little ghosties popping out of him.
Oh, wow. The realism of the situation finally caught up to him. That's kind of
Sad.
depressing.
Oh, the pressure's already setting in.
How about some more of this super tasty
No.
stuff?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, and here's the other weird gimmick to Werehog, which absolutely has no explanation nor any
Whoa.
real... He can stretch.
I mean, okay.
Sonic, your arm just stretched.
I like what they're going for with this, in that, Sonic's normally known for being really adept with his feet, of course, running and jumping everywhere, but... Oh, he didn't think that was too impressive. So come on.
You know what, though? Now that you mentioned that, I just realized, I think I know why Sonic can stretch his limbs now like that, or his arms like that now. But we're not going to delve into that right now, because that's sort of spoiler territory at the moment.
Oh, okay. no
Yeah,
worries.
that's fine. I might have a similar theory to you, but we can talk about that later.
So yeah, so basically the whole ice cream guy being so depressed at the moment, he's actually not acting like himself. That's actually a side gimmick that you'll encounter later. That'll be delved into more later. Which I mean, take it or leave it, really.
Right, it was actually a very ahead of its time promotional deal saying that you're not yourself when you're hungry. You just gotta give him a Snickers bar and he'll be a-okay.
I want to say, he says shorter and stouter. I don't think, just comparing the two, the
Two-tailed
Werehog
fox.
actually looks taller.
He does look much taller, much
He
heftier.
looks broader. I wouldn't outright say he got taller or shorter. He just looks broader.
Yeah, he
But
definitely
hey.
looks broader than usual.
But hey there, somebody said they saw a two-tailed fox running that away.
Oh, what funny timing.
So, I say we go and give that look-see.
Wait, Tails!
I can explain!
That works.
Yeah, I guess. Till next time, guys.
Bye.